as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King and I'm delighted to be once again in the RTV Marbella studios in the heart of Marbella. Before I welcome my guests, I'd just like to remind you guys that we have these disposable breathalyzers in all of our designated driver-friendly venues. If you're the Zero Hero, please do go to zerohero.es and check out the restaurants, bars and hotels that are giving free soft drinks to the designated driver to keep our roads safer. And one person who's not on our roads at the moment, because funnily enough they're in Serbia of all places, is our wonderful Masha Malka, international speaker, coach, author, and welcome back to the program, Masha. How lovely to see you so far away.
Thank you so much. See, we get to be together even when I'm far away.
It was just so amazing to connect, and then you say yes, and then see that you're in Serbia. I don't know why you're there, but I'm sure that you're having a lovely time. We miss you already, but not a moment to... it's nice with the technology that we can actually just keep the pace. And talking about abundance, which is, I think, something that is a nice thing to talk about today, the abundance of technology, the abundance of ways to connect. It's funny that we don't actually realize how abundant we are with what we have. We always seem to be lacking, when really we are so abundant. So welcome back to the program, and thank you for joining me to help lift everybody's spirits.
It's really my pleasure. Thank you for having me. And you took the words out of my mouth. That was like the main theme of this topic on abundance for me, to basically start with exactly what you started. So yes, you gave a perfect introduction to this whole idea of abundance, because most people associate abundance with having enough money, enough financial abundance. But you're absolutely right. Abundance is so much more than just having enough money. Abundance is about feeling enough. As many times on our interviews I have mentioned that everything that we want, every goal, every wish, every desire has the end result is always an emotion. It always comes to an emotion. And so the emotion of abundance is this feeling, this emotions of enough, of being enough, of having enough, of doing enough. And when we get into that state of feeling enough, then only then things start to flow our way. Then we open up the flow of abundance, as they say. But we gotta get to the emotion first. It's not the other way around. It's not that we say to ourselves, well, when I have more money than I can spend, or when I pay off my debt, when I have security here, when I have enough savings, when I have investments, then I will feel abundant, then I will feel I have enough. But that's not how the universe works. It kind of works the other way around. So when people begin to understand that, they start to attracting a lot more of what it is that they want. In this case, we're talking about abundance.
There's a couple of things there that I'd like to pick up on. Firstly, emotions. In the sense, I think a lot of us have become aware over the last decade that it's important to visualize and to be positive. But I think it's quite a new concept, that it's actually the crux is to feel it. That it is the actual emotion, that when you have that sensation, that vibration, that frequency going on, is when then it starts to fall into place.
100%. Everything starts with an emotion. Emotion even precedes thought. And then emotion triggers certain thoughts. And certain thoughts trigger more of an emotion, and then they create your experiences. So everything really starts with an emotion. And when we talk about visualizing or doing affirmations, I was thinking when we a couple hours ago you said to me we'll talk about abundance, and I started thinking what practical advice I can share with the viewers today. And I happened to be staying in a very beautiful hotel, the best hotel actually in Belgrade, which is the capital of Serbia. And I decided to treat myself to a massage, as I usually do. We speak about massages a lot, so for me it's like a must, a regular thing. So I had an incredible, beautiful massage, and when I was laying there thinking about the interview, I said to myself, this is a perfect opportunity to program a state of being. It's not just like it goes even beyond the emotion. It's like it's stronger than the emotion. It's just a state of being where I said to myself, this is my life. This is where I'm meant to be. This is abundance. This is my life. And so let's say not everybody can go and stay in a five-star hotel or go and shop in the boutique stores at the moment, but they want to maybe, whatever it is that you want to. If you can expose yourself to that experience, you go to a certain boutique store, or you go and sit in the lobby of a beautiful hotel, or you go do something else, that whatever it is you imagine yourself, what it would be like when you have financial abundance, now that we're talking about that, and just sit there in the lobby and imagine that you're there because you have a room, like you it's like a pretend game in a way, but your brain doesn't distinguish between reality and pretend. So if you pretend good enough, and if you really feel it, like this is my life, you go to the boutique store, you imagine that you're shopping there, but at the moment you don't really decide you're not going to buy anything today, you'll buy it tomorrow. You just play this game as what it would be like when you have the kind of financial abundance that you want to have.
So it's kind of like looking at the future as if it were the present. And again, that comes back to living in the present, being mindful. We're often very mindless, and we just, like hamsters running on a wheel, and we're just following in the steps of our day to day. And yet, even being mindful of noticing how you're feeling, to notice if you're anxious, if you're scared, if you're happy, but catching that moment to see how am I feeling, because you say that will control then our thoughts.
If you are looking to change something in your life, if you want things to be different in your life, if you want to be different, you have to start doing things differently, thinking different thoughts, feeling different things. Is the only way. It's the only way to shift what they call a shift a paradigm. You shift your life, you change the radio frequency you tuned into, or the live frequency you tuned into. You have to start doing things differently, thinking and feeling things differently. Because if you're constantly in the vibration of, oh my God, I need to pay this bill, how am I going to do this? Or what if I don't get this job? What if this doesn't happen? What if I don't have enough? If it's not enough? If I'm not doing enough? Why am I not doing this? If you're constantly thinking the same thing and staying in that vibration of not enough, that's the only thing you're going to keep attracting, no matter how hard you're physically working, maybe. Yes, but if you're thinking and feeling the same things, nothing will change. Even if you're working harder and maybe temporarily you made more money, that money somehow disappears. Some unexpected bill comes in. It happens all the time. The car suddenly needs fixing, or this gets broken, or that's happening. Something always happens because you are not in the energetic frequency of abundance. You've got to get yourself in that frequency. And the tips I was giving you before is what would help you shift from habitual way of thinking and being to something different, to a different state, to a different place.
But it's almost like we've been educated to feel this lacking or this inferiority, because it's a very competitive educational system, and we're always being compared to other people. And so I think people do tend to look at the person next to them, either their job, their status, their position, their car, their accomplishments, and then feel either lesser or in competition with, which again breeds this feeling of lacking. So it's something I think very hard to stop, because it's almost like built into our systems.
100%, absolutely right. Yes, absolutely right. You are where you are, you have what you have, you do what you do, is based on the programming, on everything that happened to you up to now. All the conditioning, all the beliefs, your habits, and as Nicole is saying, absolutely correct, your environment affects that programming. Also, everything you expose yourself to, what you listen to, what you read, the kind of people you interact with, it's called mindset. So everything that you have right now, everything you have been able to achieve and create is based on that mindset. The only way to move forward is to change the mindset. Yes, things happened in your life in the past to create this kind of mindset. And it's not important to understand why it happened, or blame anybody, or say, yes, but I grew up in this kind of environment or that kind of environment, and therefore I'm like this. You are like this, yes, and that's wonderful. It served you up to now. If you want things to be different, it means it doesn't serve you anymore. It means that you want something to change. And the good thing is, it's possible to change the mindset.
Well, we're going to take a quick break from chatting with Masha for just a moment to have some messages from our sponsors, Linear Director, and our Zero Hero partners. But don't go away, because I'll be back with Masha just after this.
Judy likes to consider herself a clever young woman, which is why she thought very carefully before choosing her insurance company. Now that she needs it, she's jolly glad she chose Linear Director, as it looks as if she might have something better to do. Why don't you be clever, like Judy? Call Linear Director on 952 14 78 34 and see which policy is best for you.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
We are at one. We are at
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Glad
okay.
are proud to present Zero the Hero. Never drink and drive.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Out of bounds, Zero Hero partners.
Here we are, sticker going on. Delighted to welcome everybody and to be part of the Zero Hero campaign. Delighted.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Lanús.
We are at one. We are at
And welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Zero Hero, welcome to Portofino, Cabo Pino.
let it set you on your way. No need to.
Guys, Kazakhstan is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
Brothers, sisters, one beating heart.
We seem to have our mind set that working hard is the solution. I think when we grow up, we're always told that you get nothing for if you don't work hard for it, that you have to put a lot of effort into things. And yet, recently in my experience, it's quite the contrary. You don't have to work at it. If you do it the right way, it kind of like just flows and the abundance does come.
Yes, I always say it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. And there is a big difference. Working hard versus working smart. And working smart really has to do with working on your mindset, with understanding how the universe works, the laws of the universe, the law of attraction and all other laws. When you're aware of them, when you understand how we manifest things into our life, then we understand that what we were conditioned, and that's all it is conditioning, conditioned to believe that working hard is good, actually is just part of the equation. Yes, we want to work hard. I'm not saying it's bad, but you want to work smart before that. Number one, you want to work smart. And again, by that I mean understanding that you create what you create, you attract what you attract, you experience what you experience based on the energetic vibration that you emit, that you send into the universe. And that vibration has to do with your emotional state of being. It's what you feel on a regular basis that will determine the same kind of emotion that will come to you again and again and again. So always start with an emotion, whatever it is you want to achieve. Start with feeling it first. Don't wait for things to happen in order to feel it. Feel it, and that's how you tune yourself into the frequency of that particular emotion, and then just trust that the universe will give you experiences, maybe not the kind of experiences you're thinking of. Maybe you think that this particular job or this particular country or this particular man or woman will give you the experience, the emotions you're looking for. But that's not necessarily the case. The idea is you want a particular emotion, focus on that, and then allow the universe to give it to you, and allow yourself to get surprised. Expect miracles, expect like this, expect that everything that happens to you is going to be amazing, even better than you wanted. But be open to different kinds of experiences. Does this make sense?
It makes a lot of sense, and I love the way you're saying just expect the good things to happen. When you talk about the universe and energy and let it flow, I think a lot of people think newfangled, new age science and this is like all kind of culty stuff, and yet I think in today's age those people who actually do look into this can see that the Bible also says if you believe you shall receive, that biology and science has proven that the mindset and how our attitude can actually change our physical well-being. So whether it's the universe and the frequencies that have been shown or it's a divine intention, this really does seem to be undeniable that if you can get your head round this, that abundance will flow.
Yes, absolutely. I've been talking on this topic for a long time now, and I remember initially I would almost apologize for using these words and these concepts and explaining, trying to go into it more for people to understand what I mean by this vibration, energies and all this. But there has been so much proof, and scientific proof. It's all out there, how it's physics. Einstein says that. He says it's not philosophy, it's physics, that we all energy, that it's all about vibration, and it's all about, having the clarity about what you want, and then getting aligned with the vibration of that. Einstein says that. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's something. I know it ends with "It's not philosophy, it's physics." that I remember. So there's a lot of evidence, a lot of proof, and more studies being done. And so now I talk about it matter of factly because, and I teach it in the university, in fact, and I do go into details there a little bit more in terms of how it works scientifically. But I mean, I'm not going to go into it now. But I'm sure if anybody wants, they can find information on that.
This is such basic information. Everything is frequency. We all vibrate. It seems ridiculous, really, that we've come so detached from our own naturalness, that we all are so mindless, that we do get caught up in things that we've seen in COVID really have no importance when it comes down to it. So it's a shame that we really seem to have come so far from contact with ourselves.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. I would say it's yes, it's a bit unfortunate because that's how we were raised, and I don't like blaming anybody. But if I were to blame, I would probably blame the education system that does not give opportunities to children, to us from the young age, to understand all these extremely important concepts, the concepts of manifestations, the concepts of emotional mastery, the concept of mindfulness. Now more and more, fortunately, I'm so happy about that, universities start to implement, big universities, major universities are all introducing subjects on mindfulness, which is wonderful. And I hope schools do as well, or will do very quickly, very soon. From a young age, it's very, very important for people to understand how all this works. Yes, maths, reading, yeah, all these are important tools for us to function in our life. But what can be more important than understanding how life works, how we create what we create, why we create what we create, what we believe in, all the mindset, everything to do with emotions, the laws of emotions, how to master those emotions, how to relate to other people and communicate. This is why I teach what I teach.
It's a beautiful subject, and when I said ridiculous, I'm thinking in my head the level of communication that you're in Serbia and I'm in Marbella, and we're talking and we're chatting about abundance. So communication nowadays is so easy, and yet communicating with our own self seems to be so forgotten, when it is the first step to take is to talk to ourselves, wake up in the morning, be grateful that we're one of the people that did wake up today, and then just take it from there.
Absolutely, 100%. I couldn't agree more.
Masha, thank you so much for joining us. I feel abundant, I feel privileged, and I very much look forward to seeing you when you're back on the Costa del Sol. Thank you so much, Masha.
You're very welcome.
Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much, Masha, for joining us from Serbia. No less. Look forward to having her back in Marbella very soon. Please do take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. And remember, you can watch Marbella Now, not just in Marbella, from anywhere in the world, because you can watch online via streaming or on the archives from the RTV Marbella website, or a quick, easy link from my website, nicoleking.es, with links to the TV webpage, also to the Zero Hero website with listings of all the free drinks available for designated drivers with participating venues, loads of places taking part, and also my column in the Euro Weekly News, Marbella Moments. That's it for now. Hasta mañana.
Just believe it.